not putting these anywhere. All right, so when you log into Career Cruising, you guys know this. You've got your main button. You've got your assessments buttons. I want to take you to the assessments for a second and go to Career Matchmaking. If you go to Career Matchmaking and you've already taken the test and you get a window like you want to take the test again, who's had that happen to them? You just need to, for whatever reason, you've logged off. So just log back in. It doesn't recognize Charlie as being Charlie, so you have to go and log in. Now, you guys notice that you have your top 10, and then if you go to Matchmaker, it gives you 40, all right? I am not going to limit you when you decide. You're going to be picking 4 careers to research. You're not picking them today. You're not researching them today. You're just building an awareness today of what jobs are out there. Okay. Tomorrow, you're going to have to narrow down to 4 jobs that you want to research. Can it be a professional dancer? Absolutely. Can it be a professional hockey player? Absolutely. All right. Race car driver, because you probably, who said that? You probably have a race car bed in your bed. I bet you do. So what you want to do, you want to be realistic. And you need to have a backup plan, and you need to have a backup plan for your backup plan. You need to have another backup plan for your 3 other backup plans, okay? Said differently, you're going to look for 4 different occupations. Now, a couple of things I want to draw your attention to. You don't need to know anything about them yet. But I want to point out there are these things called Michigan Career Pathways, okay? There's 6 different pathways. We'll talk about them later. In this particular case, the pathways that this person would be going through would be the health sciences and the human services. When I click on the health sciences, okay, you'll see some of these jobs right here, nurse, dental assistant, nurse assistant. If I go to human services, it changes. Nanny, pet groomer, because we all know humans are pets and pets are humans. Who dresses their pet here with clothes? You're all losers. All right. I tried putting a sweater vest on my fish. It just didn't work. So I duct taped the rock. That's the closest I've ever had. I did. All right. Anyways, I want you guys to be looking when you're in, especially Charlie. When you're in especially the list section here where you have your matchmaker results, when you go to human services, it just pulls out the human service ones, all right? And then it'll say view all career pathways. Poke around and take a look at some of these. The other thing I want you to notice, and I'm going to go back a window, and some of you may need to do this, you can go back and review your answers. Hunter showed me this yesterday. I didn't know you could do this. Let's say you're not completely sure you answered your matchmaker questions properly. You can go back and change them if you like. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do, though, you need to be honest with yourself. Let's say you really want to be a professional athlete and you answer all the questions. If you think about it, working with children. Do professional athletes work with children? Probably not. Okay. Working outdoors in any weather. Well, if you want to be a baseball player, would you answer that dislike or like? Like. Okay. So my point is, don't take the questions and answer them in a certain way so you get a desired result. All right. Go back and change them. All right. And update them if you need to. That I'm not sure if it's a submit button or whatever at the end. And then go back and review your answers again from Matchmaker to see what options you have. You with me so far? So that's the very first thing you're going to do. Then I want you to look at your jobs. Take a look at them. Start narrowing it down to 4. What if there's a job out there that you don't see that you really want to do? Let's say you want to be an elementary school teacher. Here's what you can do. You can go to careers, and then you've got a search button. Type in teacher, and you will see a bunch of options related to teachers. All right? You with me so far? So that's the other thing you should do. So today your focus is twofold. One, you go back to matchmaker results, take a look at them, make sure you've answered them the way you want to. Secondly, start looking at the career options that you have. Be very sincere and thoughtful about what you're doing. Don't pick something you're not interested in. If there's something you don't see, then use the search box and go from there. One thing that's worth looking at, too, when you go to Career Matchmaker and you find a podiatrist, okay, at some point in time, if you look right here, let's say you're in the podiatrist, go to the related careers. When you go to, oh, didn't work. Let me go to a different one here. Hold on. Let's go to nursing assistant, related careers. All right. You might find something in here. Maybe you want to be a dental assistant instead. These are obviously in the health career path, okay? A phlebotomist. Whoa. What's a phlebotomist? Yeah, the person who draws blood. My wife had to take a phlebotomy class, which basically shows you how to pull blood out of somebody. Now, as you know, I'm real squeamish, and I don't like that. It's something that I would never, ever want to do. Okay? Huh? Yeah. Oh, cool. So when you go in and you find a job that you kind of like, make sure you go to the Related Careers tab so you can see if there's some other jobs that you have now or want. Let's say you come across a word that you don't know what it is. One of the kids last hour didn't know necessarily what a brewmaster was. You click on brewmaster, somebody who makes beer. And then she thought, well, gosh, why did I get that as a result? Well, because she likes chemistry. Chemistry, if you're going to make your own beer or become an owner of a microbrewery or a restaurant, you have to know chemistry because that's basically what makes beer is fermentation and chemicals and all of that. So there's lots of things that jobs you might come across that you were never even thinking of as a result of this. So you're going to have to do some hunting around, all right? Here's the deal I'm going to make for you, or make with you.